Tom here, FlipAnythingUSA. Today, I thought I'd just kind of talk about, I don't know, maybe my channel a little bit. Get some criticism from anybody watching. I kind of don't spend a lot of production time on this. In fact, my best studio is probably my car. But if you're just tuning in, real estate's what I do. I've been an investor for 35 years, been doing it since I was 19, actually more than 35 years, I guess. I got my boys working. I've got twin boys, you know that. I've got them immersed into everything I do because they kind of get it by osmosis, just because everywhere I go, I take them with me when I can. But I'm interested in helping about as many people as I can. You guys know I'm not trying to swindle you into buying anything. I don't really have anything to sell. I've got an app that I spent a ton of money on that I've given away on Android, and I charge 99 cents on iOS. In part, I'm kind of, part of that is because I feel like if you don't pay for it, you're never going to appreciate it. And really, even 99 cents is a joke. Yeah, your app costs 99 cents. My app costs tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, so, but I do want to talk to you also about, let's just talk about the channel for now. So, channel, what can I do to make it better? I kind of, like I said, freelance it here, just plug in and start talking and sharing. And of course, everything I'm sharing is real, and it's while it's happening. I've had a number of things happen here lately. I've had a fire, and still fighting a little bit with insurance on that. They've been very slow to respond. And actually, that company is Nautilus. I have to say right now, they're a terrible company. Don't recommend them for anyone. They're not my insurance company, but they're the one that ultimately I may be taken to court. But over something as simple as just, cover your client. But I love my tenant. He was a good man and a good guy. And, he had an accident, but, that's what insurance is for. And to his credit, he had insurance. Some people don't. And let me tell you, it's important. It's important. You got a responsibility to have insurance to cover, the people that can get hurt or anything that you can cause. Not just to cover your own ass, but to, to cover their ass. It's only fair. So anyways, we can talk about anything, but I guess we can talk about anything I want to talk about, since this isn't a live feed. The live feed's been going to pot. That's one of the reasons I haven't been doing so many of them, unless I'm just right there at home or very close to a router. And the internet service has really been sucking lately. So really, unfortunately, the live events, I've seen stuff go to pot in places it should not have. But it just seems to be, with all the carriers around here, I hear bad things. But I guess that's it. So regarding the channel, is there anything you want me to talk about in particular? I haven't done any whiteboard lessons in a while. And I haven't done quite as many of those as I originally thought I would. Really, I like to take care of this stuff in between here and there, wherever I'm going, which is easy for me. But, I guess I could do it. I'm just talking to myself here. I could add a little production value for sure. Just maybe even take a little more time to prepare. But, I didn't know what I was going to talk about until I turned it on. So, but seriously, there's a ton of information in here. I've done so many different things, made money so many different ways, but particularly with real estate, I have a ton of experience, and obviously I own a lot of property, and I always try to tell everybody, man, just get started. Get started. It's the number one thing. You have to get in a direction. You have to take a path, and I'm telling you, that's as much about why I've made as much money as I have as anything, is is I don't just stand still. I don't procrastinate much. I just kind of decide and I head toward that goal. And if anything, I'm guilty of, really it kind of reflects in my videos, to be honest. It's good and it's bad. I mean, the good is I'm getting this information out to you, right? The bad is my production values aren't that good. So unfortunately, some people tune in and think, maybe because, I'm hemming and hawing or a little bit, but I know how much information I let through on this channel, and a lot of you guys are really sharp, and you picked up on it. And actually, I called one of I didn't even know who I was calling, but it turned out it was somebody that watched me, and he told me he's bought 8 properties since he watched me, and he's been very motivated, and he's learned a lot, and he appreciates things, and so I like hearing that. I don't have to help 1 million people by any means, but it's always nice to know, even if 1 or 2 people are reaping the benefits of what I'm sharing. So that's gratifying to me. But I really, man, and things are getting, it's really going to be getting more competitive out there for sure. And but there's room for everybody to make money. Just remember, it never dries up. It never dries up, because values are generally either going up or they're going down. And even when they're going down, it creates new opportunities to make money. People go belly up. People sell for far under than what they should. It's really like the stock market in a way. People make money on the dips, and people make money, on the peaks. It's just a different formula. So I tend to, just like I say, I like to buy under market. That's my deal. I buy under market relative to whatever it is. If things are declining, I'm going to buy way under market so that I can get rid of it again before it goes down to possibly what I bought it for. But I don't love buying in a declining market, but I will do it. I'll buy for cash flow in a declining market, and a lot of times that's when you get your best return. You get something at a really good deal, you'll see that you're getting a very good return on your money. And if your rents are low relative to the market, then you just make out like a bandit. And I've had situations where I've been in an area where owned a lot of property, and it was kind of economically not so good, but my checks were still coming in. And like I say, I always rent below market as well, because it helps people survive in tough times, and then they don't leave me. They don't look for another place to move to. And and I've had a fair amount of upsets where I had things in my hands and I let them go, and let go of millions of dollars in some cases. And those are painful lessons, but they're not as painful when you've already made millions. So, but they really hurt. I mean, it would have really hurt to lose one of those deals if I had nothing or I had very little. So, but and you got to remember, even when you try and you fail, sometimes you just get really close, and it's really disappointing that something gets away. But you got to take that to heart. That's good, because it's not good that you lost it, but it's good that you came so close, and it reaffirms that you're doing the right thing. Whatever you're doing, you're trying to get there, and then you almost got it. Okay, and it's tough, because then when that's gone, you're like, all you do is want it back, but that does nothing. So you keep trying, and then guess what? Eventually, there's one. It's going to be in your grasp, and you're gonna close the deal. You're gonna make some money. So, anyways, that's it. We'll probably talk more about my channel. I haven't even had my coffee yet, but that's it. Please share. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Look, I love playing devil's advocate, and the tougher the better. And you can be as critical as you like, and I won't hurt my feelings. Well, I don't know, maybe get too insulting. I might not like it, but we'll see. Anyways, but I'm here to, learn from you. And actually, don't forget, this is actually one of the reasons I'm probably thinking about this is John Sonmez came up, and him and Manny Vaya is his name. He has 2 YouTubers, nice guys, successful guys, and doing well. I've been mentoring them with real estate. And so they flew up, and I took them for a ride around, and we looked at properties that I own and different things, and I took them in, and they met tenants, and just kind of a day in the life kind of thing. And so they enjoyed it, but they asked a lot of good questions. And well, John videotaped it, and so you can go to the John Sonmez channel, and I think he's got a thing. I don't know. I think he was going to call it Bulldog Mindset. I think he might have called it something else. But just look up John Sonmez, JohnSonmez, John Sonmez. We'll go into his playlist, and he's got Real Estate Mastery, which I'm flattered by the title. Thanks, John. But it's a set of videos of him interviewing me, just in that driving around for an hour or so. And little 10-minute videos, but they're on different topics. They sorted them out nicely, but very good production values. And so I realized, yeah, you know, it is a lot slicker and nicer when somebody takes time to do a better job on editing and that sort of thing. But watch it. I would recommend it because they ask good questions, and you'll learn something. You'll learn something for sure. And what I learned also is just about I need to do a better job on my videos if I want to make them more interesting. But watch it because it is me, and it is the information that I give to you. But what's nice is it's being extracted, you know, in a logical form by questions that, you know, elicit other questions. So that's good. And so anyways, that's it for now. Also, I got to talk more about this other app, the SpiffMe app. I can't emphasize enough, it's something everybody should have. Really, everybody should have SpiffMe. So we'll talk about that more later. So anyways, that's it. Tom here, Flip Anything, and I'll be a little more active here lately. So let me know what I can do better. Thanks.